quiet of the garden, where the lilies sway and bow. A whisper broke the stillness, Ephphatha, hear it now. He touched my ears so gently, Lord, He opened up my heart. With love that's everlasting, He mended every part. Beneath the starry heaven, where the oak trees cast their shade, the Savior's voice came calling in nighttime serenade. He spoke the word of healing to the broken and the lost. Ephphatha, He redeems us, no matter what the cost. Ephphatha to the weary, where the oak trees cast their shade, the Savior's voice came calling in nighttime serenade. He spoke the word of healing to the broken and the lost. Ephphatha, He redeems us, no matter what the cost. Ephphatha to the weary, Ephphatha to the low. Let His power break the silence, let His love and mercy flow. Open hearts and open minds, His touch can free us all. Ephphatha to the heavens, we answer to His call. In the light of Sunday morning, where the faithful kneel in prayer, the holy word is spoken, and we feel His tender care. With humble hearts we listen, as He leads us by the hand. Ephphatha to eternity, in His grace we'll firmly stand. Ephphatha to the weary, where the oak trees cast their shade, the Savior's voice came calling in nighttime serenade. He spoke the word of healing to the broken and the lost. Ephphatha, He redeems us, no matter what the cost. Ephphatha to the weary, Ephphatha to the low. Let His power break the silence, let His love and mercy flow. Open hearts and open minds, His touch can free us all. Ephphatha to the heavens, we answer to His call. Oh, when your heart feels burdened and your spirit longs to see, remember just one word, Ephphatha sets you free. He's the master of the healing and the keeper of the light. With just one tender whisper, He turns darkness into light. The dusty road where Grandma used to play and sew, she'd talk about a love so pure and grand. Said, child, you'll find it if you understand. With a Bible in hand and heart on sleeve, she'd read from John with the voice serene. If the sun shall set you free, my dear, you'll shed your pain and every fear. Oh, if the sun therefore shall set you free, you'll be free indeed, as the good book says to me. In the arms of grace you will find your place, with a heart that's whole and a soul embraced. Down by the love you'll find no end. Oh, if the Son therefore shall set you free, you'll be free indeed, as the good book says to be. In the arms of grace, you will find your place, with a heart that's whole and a soul embraced. Down by the river, 'neath the sycamore trees, she'd sing her hymns, feeling the breeze. Her voice like angels lifted high. In those songs I found my why, with a heart that's whole and a soul embraced. In the shadow of the steeple, where the weary come to pray, children of a heavy burden find their rest in Him today. Beneath the oak and the willow, where the river's song is sweet, He whispers through the breezes, "Come unto me, find your peace." Come unto me, all who are weary. Lay your troubles down, let your hearts be free. Take my yoke upon you, learn from me, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. In the heart of the valley, where the flowers touch the sky, a shepherd in his wisdom leads the lost and broken by. Through the fields of understanding, with his gentle guiding hand, He calls us to His pasture. Come and take a stand. Come unto me, all who are weary. Lay your troubles down, let your hearts be free. Take my yoke upon you, learn from me, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. On the winding paths and byways, where the soul begins to roam, He lights the path before us, leading every wanderer home. In the silence of the evening, when the stars begin to rise, His promise rises with Him. Come unto me, no disguise. Come unto me, all who are weary. Lay your troubles down, let your hearts be free. Take my yoke upon you, learn from me, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. In the garden where the rivers ran, God saw man alone, His perfect plan. From the rib he did create a partner to share in man's fate. She shall be called a woman, bone of my bone. Together we'll never be alone. Through trials and triumphs, hand in hand, we'll walk together across this land. He named all creatures great and small, but none could break man's lonely wall. The Lord in his wisdom fashioned Eve, gave her to Adam, a gift to receive. She shall be called a woman, bone of my bone. Together we'll never be alone. Through trials and triumphs, hand in hand, we'll walk together across this land. In the cool of the evening, side by side, they walked with God, no need to hide. Union blessed from heaven above, their hearts were filled with God's true love. Naked and unashamed they stood, in innocence they understood. This bond of flesh, this holy call, God's design, the truest of all. She shall be called a woman, bone of my bone. Together we'll never be alone. Through trials and triumphs, hand in hand, we'll walk together across this land. Across this land. Across this land. In the cool of the evening, side by side, they walked with God, no need to hide. Union blessed from heaven above, their hearts were filled with God's true love. Naked and unashamed they stood, in innocence they understood. This bond of flesh, this holy call, God's design, the truest of all. Out in the fields where the wildflowers grow, there's a story about freedom every heart should know. With burdens heavy, chains that bind tight, we hear an old voice guiding through the night. Down by the river where the water flowing deep, life gives us promises we struggle to keep. But he said the words that set us all free. With hope in our hearts, his truth we see. If the sun makes you free, you're free indeed. Like a bird on the wind, like a prayer on a breeze. From the shackles of fear, from the weight of sin, with hope in our hearts, his truth we see. In the quiet of morning, when the day is new, we find our strength in the sky so blue. With each step forward, with each fallen tear, his whispers of love are always near. Under the stars where the shadows play. He lights our path, shows us the way. The chains that held us are broken and gone. We found our voice, singing freedom song. If the sun makes you free, you're free indeed. Like a bird on the wind, like a prayer on a breeze. From the shackles of fear, from the weight of sin, both open up your soul, let the healing begin. If the sun makes you free, you're free indeed. Like a bird on the wind, like a prayer on a breeze. From the shackles of fear, from the weight of sin, oh, open up your soul, let the healing begin. Out on the highlands, sparrows fly free, not a one forgotten by the man from Galilee. In the fields where the wildflowers lay, every feather known, come what may. In the quiet corners of a midnight prayer, he counts each struggle, each burden we bear. An endless devotion, full of grace, loving every soul in the clearest embrace. Every feather, every hair, counted with a love beyond compare. In his eyes we're never lost, paid in full at the highest cost. When the storm starts swaying the tallest pine, and the shadows whisper it's a hard climb, remember the promise in the morning light, held close and cherished in his sight. Rain or shine, enjoy or grief, his steady hand is our belief. Softly guiding through the darkest night, finding hope in the purest light. Every feather, every hair, counted with a love beyond compare. In his eyes we're never lost, paid in full at the highest cost. Start swaying the tallest pine, and the shadows whisper it's a hard climb. Remember the promise in the morning light, held close and cherished in his side. Rain or shine, enjoy or grief, his steady hand is our belief. Softly guiding through the darkest night, finding hope in the purest light. Every feather, every hair, counted with a love beyond compare. Love beyond compare. In his eyes we're never lost, paid in full at the highest cost.
You called me to rise. They brought my sins into your sight. Stone in hand, their hearts were cold, but you showed a love so bright, the grace that made me whole. No one, Lord, will cast a stone. With your mercy I'm not alone. No one, Lord, sees through my soul. With your love I am whole. In the crowd I feel you near. Voices hush then disappear. You reached out and calmed my fear, whispered softly in my ear. Each step I take I'm guided true by the grace that comes from you. Through every storm you'll see me through, with a love so strong and new. No one, Lord, will cast a stone. With your mercy I'm not alone. No one, Lord, sees through my soul. With your love I am whole. In the crowd I feel you near. Voices hush then disappear. You reached out and calmed my fear, whispered softly in my ear. Each step I take I'm guided true by the grace that comes from you. Through every storm you'll see me through, with a love so strong and new. No one, Lord, will cast a stone. With your mercy I'm not alone. No one, Lord, sees through my soul. With your love I am whole. When the world feels heavy and your spirit's low, come to Jesus, let your burdens go. In the quiet of the night, or the hustle and the throng, he whispers softly, child, you're where you belong. Come to me, you weary souls, lay your troubles down, make your spirit whole. In the arms of love, find peace and rest, where the weary find their blessedness. Walking through the trials with a heart that's so, hear him calling gently at heaven's door, with a smile so kind and a heart so true. He'll take your hand and lead you through. Come to me, you weary souls, lay your troubles down, make your spirit whole. In the arms of love, find peace and rest, where the weary find their blessedness.
say.